Okay, let's talk about something that I know can feel a little intimidating, but I promise it's actually your secret weapon for taking control of your finances. We're going to break down how a simple plan for your money isn't about restriction at all, it's about empowerment. So let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? Payday hits your account, you pay some bills, you buy some groceries, and then a week or two later, you look at your balance and just think, wait a second, where did it all go? It's that super common kind of sinking feeling that your hard earned cash just vanished into thin air. Well, there's a really simple but incredibly powerful tool designed to solve that exact problem. It's called a budget. And all a budget is, really, is a plan. It's a roadmap you create to tell your money where to go instead of you wondering where it went. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First up, we'll get clear on what a budget really is. Then we'll get practical and actually build one step by step. After that, we'll look at a few different methods so you can find the right fit for you. We'll cover how to make it a habit. And finally, we'll go over the common mistakes so you can sidestep them right from the start. So let's start with the absolute basics. A budget sometimes gets a bad rap, right? It sounds restrictive, like a diet for your wallet, but I want you to think about it in a totally different way. It's not a set of rules meant to punish you. It's a plan that you create to help you win with your money. And here's the real goal. A budget makes you ask one simple question. Is my spending actually lining up with what I care about? It's the tool that helps you make sure you're not just getting by, but that you're actively saving for the things you really want, whether that's a vacation, a house, or just the peace of mind that comes with an emergency fund. All right, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty. How do you actually build this thing? It might seem like a huge project, but I promise, we can break it down into 5 really simple, manageable steps that absolutely anyone can follow. Okay, here we go, the 5 steps. First, you've got to know exactly what's coming in. Let's just say, for example, it's $3,000 a month after taxes. Step 2, you need to find out where it's all going. List everything you spend money on, and be brutally honest with yourself here, from your rent payment down to that morning coffee. Third, group those expenses into categories, like needs, wants, and savings. This is where you start to see the big picture. Fourth, you set your limits. You decide, okay, I'm going to spend this much on groceries and this much on entertainment. And finally, and this is maybe the most crucial step of all, you track your spending and you adjust as you go. A budget isn't set in stone. Now, once you have all your numbers figured out, you need a system to manage everything. And here's the best part. Budgeting is not one size fits all. There are a bunch of different methods out there, and the goal is to find the one that actually clicks with your personality. A fantastic place to start for most people is the 50-30-20 rule. It's super simple. Using our $3,000 income example, the idea is that 50%, or $1,500, goes to your absolute needs: rent, utilities, groceries. Then 30%, or $900, is for your wants, things like dining out, hobbies, and entertainment. And the last 20%, a solid $600, goes straight to savings and paying off debt. It's a great balanced framework. All right, next up, for all my detail-oriented people out there, we have zero-based budgeting. The idea here is simple but powerful. Your income minus all of your spending, saving, and debt payments has to equal 0. This forces you to be super intentional and give every single dollar you earn a specific job to do. And for anyone who's more of a hands-on visual person, there's the classic envelope system. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. You take out cash and put it into different envelopes labeled groceries, gas, fun money. And once the cash in an envelope is gone, it's gone. You're done spending in that category for the month. It's a really tangible way to see where your money's at. So how do you pick? Well, it really comes down to what makes sense for you. If you just want simplicity and don't want to track every penny, the 50-30-20 rule is probably your best bet. If you love spreadsheets and want total control over every dollar, you're going to love the zero-based method. And if you find that you spend less when you use cash, the envelope system might be perfect for you. Okay, so you've picked your method, you've built your budget. Now comes the hard part, right? Actually sticking to it. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is how you turn a plan on a piece of paper into a real lasting habit. So how do you do it? First, automate your savings. This is the biggest and easiest win. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings account for the day you get paid. You won't even miss the money. Second, track your spending with an app or a notebook. Third, schedule a quick monthly check-in with yourself. See what's working, see what's not. And super important, be flexible. Life happens. A budget that's too rigid is a budget that's going to break. Finally, let's talk about the traps. Knowing the most common pitfalls ahead of time is half the battle, because it helps you avoid all the little frustrations that make so many people just give up on budgeting altogether. Mistake number one is a big one, being way too optimistic about your income. You should only ever budget with the money you know for sure is coming in. Don't base your plan on a bonus you might get or freelance work that isn't confirmed yet. Always build your budget on your guaranteed income. And on the flip side of that coin is underestimating what you spend. It's so easy to do. Those little $5 coffees or that subscription you forgot about, they add up fast. You have to be honest and account for everything to make sure your plan is actually realistic. This one is a huge mindset shift. Do not treat savings as whatever's left over at the end of the month. You have to pay yourself first. Think of your savings contribution as the most important bill you pay. It's a non-negotiable payment to your future self. And the last mistake is to set it and forget it. A budget is not a stone tablet. It's a living, breathing document. Your life is going to change. You might get a raise or your expenses might go up, and your budget needs to change right along with it. That quick monthly check-in is all it takes to keep it relevant. When you boil it all down, it just comes to this. Budgeting isn't about saying no to everything. It's about having the power to say yes to the things that truly matter to you. It's the tool that puts you in the driver's seat of your financial life. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. You have the tools now to build your own financial map. What's the very first destination you're going to plug in? What's that one exciting goal, big or small, that your new budget is going to help you reach? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.